In tonight's win over the Louisville Cardinals, it was Chris Bell who showed up and showed out, knocking down not one, not two, not three, okay, you get the point. 8 3-pointers in tonight's 94-92 victory over Louisville. Yeah, Ben, we're pumped up here in the student section. Guys, you guys ready to go? The players are here behind me getting warmed up. The student section has been here for hours.
It's cold and snowy on the outside of the dome, but thankfully basketball is played inside the dome. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Luttrell.
Deasia Fair only did this in the first half. Make a layup. But in the second half, she scored 15 points. A lot of folks have told me, Nick, like Syracuse is back. Isn't Syracuse men's lacrosse back? And I don't know if I'm quite ready to say that yet, but surely if SU can get the win at the #1 team in the country, then I'll be ready to say that the Orange are in fact back. After being tied at halftime, Syracuse came out in the third quarter and outscored Stony Brook 5-1. To get the 14-9 win over the Seawolves. It came down to the third period. Gabriel Dumont, who scored a goal in the first period, ended things in the third period with his game winner on a power play goal for the Crunch team.
And just like any other sports team, winning games is important, which is what SU did behind me earlier today against Binghamton. But SU team captain Emma Samaniego says it's the connection and the friendships that matter most.
He needs to have a breakout game like he did in that LSU game in early November when he had 30-plus points. Syracuse needs Judah Mintz to have a game like that because when Judah Mintz plays that good, this is a March Madness team. Dancing Queen, Party in the USA, House Party. Those are just a few of the songs that head hog Sam Pittman has on his playlist. The Orange did it in the most unconventional way possible. Their leader in passing yards and rushing yards was this guy, tight end Dan Villari, and their quarterback, Garrett Schrader, was SU's leader in receiving yards. But the 36-point blowout was in the Dean Dome in Chapel Hill, and tonight it was SU's turn to host it in their dome. Earlier tonight, actually, Syracuse hit the road for another top 25 matchup, this time the non-con, facing off against a foe right down the street in Cornell. And yes, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Not Anthony Black, not even Nick Smith Jr., but Jordan Walsh, who had 4 3-pointers on his way to an 18-point performance. Now, there's still several unanswered questions in the offseason for the Razorbacks. Some of those will be answered with next week's MLB draft. The smell of sunscreen, a hot dog in one hand and ice-cold water in the other. That means only one thing, folks. Baseball season is here. Opening day for Major League Baseball kicked off today, and boy, there's a lot to be excited about, especially for our New York teams. Yankees fans, you can disregard the fact that Garrett Cole's elbow injury just seems to get worse and worse and focus on guys like Aaron Judge and the potential that this offense has. And Mets fans, yeah, you got the home run star right next to me, Pete Alonso. What's there to be worried about except, him becoming a free agent and leaving halfway through the season? But besides that, you guys might make the wild card. The state of New York officially named today, February 24th, 2024, Jim Boeheim Day. But how did the SU men's basketball team honor their former head coach? In the only way they knew how. Cardiac Q style, an 88-85 win over Notre Dame. SU was cruising in the first half, up as many as 29 points. But in the second half, it was a different story. The 2-3 zone surely wouldn't have made Mr. Boeheim very proud. Now, you might feel like it's been a while since the men's soccer team has won a game, and that's valid. It's been nearly 2 weeks, but that number doesn't hold a candle to the women's soccer team. It's been almost 10 weeks.
That's a lot of weeks.
And unlike the men's team, it hasn't been ties, it's been losses, and bad ones at that. Yet, if you've been watching this show all year, you know the one bright spot has been the goalie Shea Vander Bosch.
But Nick Luttrell, he's inside the dome. He's Citrus TV's reporter for the day. He's in front of the student section with Otto's Army. Nick, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Ben, we're pumped up here in the student section. Guys, you guys ready to go? The players are here behind me getting warmed up. The student section has been here for hours. We're here with the Orange Menace. That's all you want to go by. You guys have been here since last night. You camped out for the first time ever for a football game here at Syracuse University. What was that experience like for you?
It was great. It's definitely a different feeling than the basketball campouts when it's 20 degrees. It was a different feeling, and it was very exciting. We were all super hyped to be out here that late at night and just camping out. It's been a great time. So, yeah.
What are you most looking forward to? It's a very exciting game between Syracuse and Clemson. What are you looking forward to the most for this game?
beating the Tigers. We're gonna send them packing with their tails between their legs. We're definitely coming away with a win today with the student section making the noise we're about to make tonight. So.
All right, and then Mr. Orange Menace, you guys created a little bit of a shot sheet here for student section members to get hyped up, to know some information about the Clemson Tigers. Tell me a little bit about this.
So we wanted to do something a little different than our normal small cheer sheets that I mentioned, like our normal traditions and stuff. So we decided to take some cheap shots at Clemson, like other student sections like to do, and just kind of make fun of them a little bit with like their quarterback when he got his water bottle stuck in his helmet. So we poked fun at that. Just a bunch of little things like that that's going to get the student section that much more riled up.
All right, Mr. Orange Menace, the best time of all. Do you have a score prediction for us?
I do indeed, and I'm going 30-27 with Cuse on top.
All right, a close game. Syracuse gets a win. You guys want to leave us with a chant or something? You want to do something?
Let's go Orange! Let's go Orange!
All right, Ben, we'll send it back to you.
Orange! Let's go Orange!
Another heartbreaker for Syracuse men's lacrosse. Welcome into sports. I'm Nick Luttrell. Last night was the second game in a row where the Orange lost on a walk-off in overtime as they fell 14-13 to the Black Knights of Army. SU had so many chances in this game to pull off the upset. One of those opportunities came early in overtime when Christian Muley turned over the Black Knights and had a shot at open goal but missed it wide left. And then it was just moments later when Army took advantage and walked it off in dramatic fashion. Despite the deja vu moment for his team, head coach Gary Gait remained positive in his post-game press conference.
The great thing is we have a lot of games left against top 10 opponents. So, you know, we'll get one and hopefully two and three. And, you know, we can look back one day, hopefully, at these first two overtime losses as important games for us for how we finish the season.
And as Gait mentioned, a lot of games left on the schedule. More than half our teams currently ranked in the top 10. All right, going from the turf to the hardwood now. SU women's basketball concludes their regular season tonight at North Carolina State. Folks at home, if you haven't seen what this Orange team is doing this year, it's time to start paying attention. What head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack is doing with this program is nothing short of incredible. It's been a meteoric rise from 2 years ago, but also a much improved team from a season ago. Yesterday, head coach Jack was asked the biggest difference from last year's team to this year's.
They bought in. That's the difference. Last year, it was a fight every day to try to prove who we were as coaches, prove what we're trying to do, show them that we care, show them that we love them. That's not who we are. We're a family and we stick together. If you want to talk to us, you talk to all of us.
And that family mantra is something you can tell is very important to Coach Jack. And for her team, they're just one win away from the most wins in program history. A victory tonight would give the Orange that record and also earn them the 2 seed in next week's ACC tournament. So a big game on the line tonight for the women's basketball team. And the same can surely be said for the men's basketball team ahead of Saturday night's rematch with Louisville. But hey, stop me if you've heard this before. SU is on the bubble? Well, maybe not quite yet, but 3 wins in a row has the Orange creeping closer and closer to being talked about as a tournament team. Just 2 games remain in the regular season at Louisville this weekend and a rematch with Clemson next Tuesday. Nicole and Chile, I put a poll on Syracuse faithful.
A 66, 72, and 78-year-old, all boxing with their friends. What do they have in common? Well, they all have Parkinson's disease. At Empower Parkinson in Liverpool, they're finding a way to fight back.
Sometimes we'll do stations, sometimes everybody will do the same thing at the same time, but it's always a combination of some boxing and some kind of exercise.
Licensed physical therapist Patrick Van Beveren has been the owner of this gym for 6 years now. He says boxing workouts like these demand so much out of people with this disease.
Strength, power, agility, coordination. It challenges all of those things that Parkinson's trying to take away. Intensity, that's the role the coaches play, yelling at people to hit it harder, move more quickly, trying to overload those motions, make them do more than what they're normally used to doing. And that's also a group effect. If you're in this group and you look over and he's doing it better than you, that's stimulation for you. If he can do it, I can do it kind of thing.
Along with the intense workouts that Van Beveren puts everyone through, there's one patient in particular that says it's the friendships and community that make her experience worth it.
The thing that has happened is we've made a lot of friends, and I don't mean just friends, but people you can share your most feelings with. People understand. They're in the same boat as we all are.
All of these people have become friends of mine. You know, it's in there is a closeness, and we talk about community, but it's even closer than that. It's like family. And we know them, and we get to know, they bring their kids in sometimes. We know their problems, so I really enjoy that part.
1, 2, 3, screw.
Nick Luttrell, NCC News.
Walking in, high-fiving fans, high-fiving cheerleaders.
This is Kayla McEwen.
I am one of the many motivational speakers. I am an athlete of 22 years.
McEwen is known worldwide as an advocate for people with Down syndrome. A simple Google search of her name will tell you that. Most notably, she's the first registered lobbyist with Down syndrome. But that's not the only thing she's passionate about.
I love Special Olympics because that's where we meet our lifelong friends and compete in various sports.
This past weekend, the New York Special Olympics were here in Syracuse, Kayla's hometown. And just like any other team, her and her teammates have a head coach. But the special thing for Kayla is that her head coach is her dad.
Oh, it's all open, guys, get it! Nice stop, Kay! We never set expectations for her, and any kind of expectation, if we ever thought about it, she's exceeded it all. We're just very proud of her.
As the goalkeeper in the competition's game of floorball, not only is dad head coach, but mom helps out as well.
Go ahead. There's nobody down there but you. They don't take it easy on me either. They want me treated like everybody else, and they treat me exactly like that.
No matter how hard her coaches go,
Come on, guys, we need a goal here!
or if her team gets the win,
We're a good team. Line it up, good job.
Kayla understands that what she's doing on the court is an inspiration to everyone.
We want to be a living embodiment, so people have somebody to look up to. People with Down syndrome are very much capable of living on their own. Having a driver's license, I have both.
As one of the few Down syndrome people in the country to have her driver's license, Kayla is exactly what she set out to be, a living embodiment of inspiration.
Down syndrome doesn't slow us down and doesn't stop us. Full speed ahead.
Nick Luttrell, NCC News.